Hey everybody, welcome to Total Body Strength. Coach Juan here. A few things before we get started. Make sure you're in a nice clear area, nothing you're to hit or trip on. A few equipment needs. Depending on your surface, yoga mat is always a good idea. Some kind of load, so it could be kettlebell, could be dumbbell, could be a backpack, water bottle, and foam roller. If you don't have foam roller, any kind of piece of soft tissue equipment, trigger point ball, lacrosse ball, basketball, soccer ball, all will work. So let's get started. Focus on the lats first. Got a total body coming at you today. A little bit of everything, some pressing, some pulling, some hinges. Single leg squat emphasis. About 30 seconds on each lat. If you find a spot that's really, really tight, I always like to add some movement. So right there on my lat, it's pretty grumpy. And when I say grumpy, it's like a 7 out of 10 on the uncomfortable scale. Not the pain scale, but on the uncomfortable scale. Beautiful. From there, go to the side, get some abductor, so from the knee to high mid-thigh, inside neck loin. Get a little bit of action in there. We're using this muscle group quite a bit today. Again, find a spot that's a little grumpy, add some movement. Just a little bit of knee extension. Light kicks. Those are good. Switch the sides. Just trying to get the body warm. A lot of times people talk about foam rolling as a way to loosen up knots or adhesions, bring up scar tissue. I think it's something that needs to be done with a hands-on approach with a PT, LMT, some kind of professional. I like foam rolling prior to a session because it allows me to check in with my body. How am I feeling? What's tight, like my calves? So it'll be the last thing we do here. See where I just need a little bit of tension, a little bit of focus. Instead of just doing the whole calf, I know right there, for me particularly, it gets tight, so I like to trap and get some movement out of that foot. Switching sides. It's about the same on my right side as well. All right, put the roller off to the side. Won't need that till the end. First exercise, laying on our back, having hands flush with the ground, and we're gonna overhead slide. So if I was against that pillar over there on a wall, everything would be a nice straight line, trying to reach overhead, while maintaining nice strong abs, good brace, but not holding like I'm about to take a punch, but still active, still tense. Feet flat on the ground. Let's get about 6 to 8 wall or floor slides. The goal is trying to maintain contact with that back of the hand, forearm, upper arm, without breaking. See, I'm extending and I can just do this all day, but if I'm active through that midsection, it makes it a little tougher. It gets me better mobility work. We'll get one more. Beautiful. From there, digging those heels in the ground, about a hand width away from the glute. We're going to squeeze, get some bridges in. Big squeeze, big initiation, push through the ground, like you're trying to push through sand. Pause at the top. Nice slow control, 6 to 8 on this as well. Big squeeze and push. Want to be mindful that we have a nice straight line. We're not overextending, but we're getting from knee to shoulder as straight a line as we can. One more. And final, bent knee hamstring assist. So keeping that bottom leg straight. Pull that leg in behind that kneecap and straighten that leg out. Try to get it to the ceiling. Pull it back in. 6 to 8 on this one as well. So getting an active hamstring stretch alongside getting some core work, because we're trying to keep this bottom leg active as well. It's not just there, it's not just floppy or lazy. Still active, still engaged, having good intent with all our movement so we get the most out of it. Even something as simple as a dead bug. If you do that with as much intention and focus, get a lot out of it compared to just going through the motion. This prep work is just as crucial as the main strength blocks. It sets you up, it gets things where it needs to be, it helps us keep going in the long run. Not any bumps or bruises, or minimizing them, at least along the way. Beautiful. Going up, get to our scat push-up. So, do these a few ways. We can go to our traditional push-up, or if we still are warming up, can be on our knees. Either way, nice flat back. We're going to keep that hand under shoulder. And we're going to 8 to 10 here. So big movement to the scap, coming up tall. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Elbow stays straight, head stays in line. All from the shoulder blades. You're having a hard time, 6 to 8 reps. I want you to think big reach, and then I'm going to pull the shoulder blades back. Reaching with the arms, back stays tall. And we're just going to keep that on the ground. Beautiful. From there, stand up nice and tall. We're going knee hug to inverted hamstring stretch. Give you an angle here. Grab that knee, working on that balance. And then getting a nice hip hinge. Keeping that balance. Returning, taking a little tap if we need it, or right into it. The next rep. We're going 4 on the left, 4 on the right. Really good job of keeping that foot planted in the ground. If you gotta take a little tap, that's fine. Don't want you to fall over. Keep going, keep going. Woo. There we go again. Catch yourself, reset. Wake up the feet. Beautiful. Switching sides. 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Big squeeze. Back. Nice and tall. Repeat. There we go. Last one. Oh. Ooh. There we go. Final prep exercise. Bending over in our hip hinge, waking up the shoulder blades. We're going to get a bent over T-raise, so palms will stay up, forward, thumbs come back. Making a nice solid T. You don't need to overextend, stay nice and line. Bend over at the hips, big squeeze of the shoulder blades. Warming up the shoulders, warming up the hips, warming up that low back. Get a little ham stretch in there. This one we're going to go about 8 to 10. Elbows stay straight, thumbs to the ceiling. Beautiful. Nice. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water. Let's go over today's plan. All right. So I'm going to set my timer. Today is going to be as many rounds as possible. So it's going to be 5 moves, all full body. They're going to be left and right side. So we finish with one side, be it arm, leg, whatever the movement is. Then we'll get the other side before moving on to the next exercise. Everything will be 6 reps, minus the last one, be kind of corrective, active stretch, active break. So first movement, going half kneeling overhead, press. My left knee is down. I like tucking that back foot, gives me just a little bit of security. Make sure I'm not gonna go anywhere. Front knee, about 90, foot's under. Grabbing that kettlebell, there that load, pushing up, nice and tall. 6 reps, switch, other side. Next exercise, split RDL. Nice and tall. RDL is in my right side. I'm going to work contralaterally, so opposite side, so I'm going to focus on the left hammy. So my right leg will be slightly bent, that heel will be off the ground. Still coming right in line. All that focus, or majority of it, will be on that left hamstring, along with keeping good posture, not slumping over, but staying tall, staying active. Go 6 and 6, so when it's my right leg's turn, hold me in left hand. From there, grabbing kettlebell in either a goblet, a low hang, or we can rack. We're going lateral lunge with this from a high split. So nice and tall. Lunge to one side, to the middle, lunge to the other. Back and forth, 6 reps. Turn to the middle, bent over, kettlebell row. Be a band or dumbbell, whatever you got. Then we'll finish off with an active stretch. Down on the ground, get a good adductor. Reach through, open up to T-spine rotation. We'll go 3 and 3, so it'll be 6 total instead of 6 on each side. That'll be the only caveat in this. Going for 12 rounds, as many rounds as possible, 6 reps for each exercise. Go ahead, grab a sip of water if you need. Starting the timer here in 3, 2, 1. Half kneeling overhead press. Here we go. Have some fun. Leg press through. Nice and strong. Won't be moving that arm. Take out my 6. Rotating other side. I like squeezing that opposite hand. Gives me a little extra tension. Keeps it nice and strong. Helps me push through. We're going split RDL. So I'm going to show right leg first. Back leg, or the same side that I'm holding the kettlebell, is bent. And I'm just focusing like a normal RDL. Just a little more emphasis on one leg instead of both. Done there, switching sides. Focusing on the left leg, holding my weight in the right hand. Lateral lunge. So I'm going to get in a goblet position, stay nice and wide, shift to one side, middle, back to the other, back and forth, 6 reps. Next up, bent over, row. So feet are square. I like taking my hand, give myself a good brace, good support, big pull, big row. Keep my upper body still, avoid twisting or leaning. Pull that elbow back. Other side. nice adductor stretch. So I sit back, give you a side view. Sit back, reach through the toe, open up the hand, nice and wide. Repeat. For 3 reps. And so one more grip, other side. Big hand or big adductor groin stretch. And T-spine rotation. You may feel a little bit in the hamstring as well. Not terrible, not wrong. You may just want to adjust the foot. Make sure you got a good reach. Some people may not have ankle mobility, so the toe may be up. That's fine. But from there, grab some water if you need. If you're good to go, half kneeling overhead press. Round number 2, here it is. Switch sides. Split RDL. Give your head on view. Feeling all in that left hammy. Go on right side. Two more. Boom. Next up, lateral lunge. Go a little different. Go goblet. Traditional. One more. Nice work. Bench over row. Sides. Adductor stretch with our rotation. Finish off round 2. Oh, this feels good. Other side. Thread the needle, big. Take nice and tall. Big thread. Take nice and tall. If you're ready to go, hit round 3. Grab some water. We're at about 5 minutes. 5 minutes left on the clock. Feel free to get ahead. If you're still catching up and finishing round 2, that's fine as well. Goal is keep high quality movement for the whole 12 minutes. Sides. Nice and tall, strong. split RDL. Here we go. Left side. Back. Shoulder blade set. Ooh. Go. Lateral lunge. It's strong. Last one. Nice work. Bent over. I know you're working hard. I just gotta encourage myself as well. Whew. 6 rows. How we doing? Moving good, moving good. Let's see how far we can get. Let's get this stretch. A little bit of time on the clock. It's always fun to see how far we can get. Big stretch. Got less than a minute. Let's see how far we can go. How much quality work can we get done in a lot of time? Only rule, when time ends, if you're in the middle of a movement, finish both left and right sides. Here we go. A little over a minute, a little over a minute. Let's finish this last exercise. Split RDL. Keep going. Last one here. Last exercise, last movement. If you're done, if you grab some water. Grab a sip. There we go. Plenty of time for a cool down. Awesome. Let's get our foam roller. Use this trusty bad boy. So we're going to focus on our hamstrings. I like to do these a little different. If you like the traditional way, totally fine to do that. I'm going to approach from behind, or from the foam roller, lay the hamstring, and I'm going to roll forward. And I'm going to get that other leg bent, foot behind me, kind of like a hurdler stretch. Jumping over something. This just allows me to get a little more weight on the foam roller, get a little bit better soft tissue work. Instead of time, I want us to focus on our breathing. So, for each foam roller, soft tissue work, stretch, we're going to go 3 to 5 breaths. So big breath starts from the belly, so ends in the shoulders. and it's longer on the exhale. So for nothing else, if that's pretty tough to do, I want you to focus on the exhale. Let's get one more, maybe two. Get one more, try to control that breathing. Slowly come off that. And we'll get the other side. Woo, this side's tight. This side's grumpy. Big breath. Doesn't have to be twice as long, be nice, but I really want to focus on control. So big breath in. Little pause. Just make it a little longer. Control a little bit more. Last one. Slowly back off that. Roll it off to the side. We're gonna go. Get some hip flexor action in. So, I like tucking the back toe. Don't have to, but it just gives me a little bit better grip. I'm on my right leg, squeezing that right glute. Squeeze it strong. I'm going to shift forward, not just lunge, but squeeze, shift. Hold that for my 3 to 5 breaths. If you feel like you need a little bit more, big overhead reach. Same rules. Long exhale. Three to 5 on you. That's how you feel. You can get one more. I feel like I need 4 on this one. Good. From there, switch sides. On my left, knee down, squeezing the left glute. Just lean forward. Everything shifts forward. Big overhead stretch. Nice and tall. Nice relaxed. Get one more. 4 feels right for my hip flexors today. Shift over. You know what I want to do? We're going to get a little child's pose action. Lean your back, big stretch forward. Big stretch of that back through those lats. Big breaths. Slowly drift to one side. I'm on my left. I'm going to feel a big stretch at right. So whichever way you're reaching, you'll probably feel it on the other side. Nice big lat stretch. Maybe a little bit oblique. Let's get a few breaths there. Once we're good, walking over to the other side. Big stretch. Oh, that side's tight. This side. It's not even grumpy. It's a word that I can't use. Oh boy. Nice job. Big breath. And release. Nice and easy. Walk it forward. Walk it up. And that's our time. Thanks for stopping by. Be on the lookout. Get these up weekly. And hope to see you soon. We are here, available for consults, the new performance zone, programming, if you have some specific goals, or even if you just need some general help. That's what we're here for.